So, I just would like to start with one question to you. Who has already managed in his own organization the request from customers about product environmental information? I guess there is some any there, because otherwise you might not have an interest to join these conferences. Thank you for that. Personally, I have the chance to, if we make something, I'm not a pop star yet, so if you can just trying to slow down the light, please, because it's my technical issue, sorry for that. So personally, I was involved in my organization, both as a supplier, because I have to manage customer requests, but also as customers, because from time to time, I'm quite interested in asking my suppliers to give me some data. And I would encourage you, really, to go through this process, because it will make you understand the complexity, the challenge we face on a daily basis when it comes to LCA. If maybe I just try to illustrate my point with a couple of situations I faced too. So the first one, when you ask for such question, or when you are asked, because the questions are not necessarily given to the people that might have the answers, even in our organization today. So the first point is, okay, you need a carbon footprint for this product. And you said, not exactly, we would like to get a multi-criteria assessment. A what? Yeah, a what? So when you are on the phone, you feel really lonely because you said, damn, I will have to make another LCA course to my partner. So the last years, I don't know how many LCA courses I did for free. And if I would have been a consultant, I may assume that I would have been a rich consultant today. Anyway, so this is also when, I think this morning, when we said about for each of us to go and to take the banner of LCA and to communicate it, it's just a reality in our organization. Then you might have the nice and polite answers from your counterpart. Oh, okay, yes, let me just check internally who can provide you this information. And you wait 1 day, 2, 1 week, you just give a quick call. Hey, what about my request? Oh yeah, don't worry, it's a work in progress. Okay, good. And then it's lost. Yeah, it's like you got a bottle, you throw it into the sea. It's just impressive, because one time I've got a chance with one of my US counterparts who naively just sent me back after a couple of months these answers. And when I look to say that, I'm sorry guys, but I can't help you for that. And I've got all the historic mail. I think it's more than a dozen of people in his own organization just to get involved in the loop, just to say that they don't have the solution internally. And finally, this is my favorite one. Okay, we don't care. We just don't care about your demand. Thank you for coming. And this is also the reality today, because we have to understand that this kind of demand just goes through the normal commercial relation we have between different actors in the supply chain. Most of the time you have procurement who asks its key account managers or the business counterpart. And it could come also part of a negotiation, a business negotiation between these two partners. And depending your weight regarding your either suppliers or customers, if you are big enough, at least you will get a polite answers. If not, it may be more rude. So this is also, I would say, what we have to understand today, that it's not really easy. And the last years, we contacted a lot of suppliers, both for packaging components, for product formulant components, and I will not go through during this short presentation today. And what I can say that approximately 15% of my contacts knew about LCA. 15. And let's say maybe 5 have developed LCA, either in-house expertise or most of the time with consultant, and part of this consultant are, I'm sure, in this room. So this is, I would say, the reality today. But it's not to give you, I think, a negative picture of that. It's just that the product environmental labeling is not a trend. It's something very important. And this is, I would say, the position of my company. And this is why we try to take it very seriously. Anyway, so far, we are very far from having a solution. My name is Laurent Denis. I'm in charge of sustainable development for one division of this big group, which is Bayer. And I just would like to present shortly my company, what we are working on, and a specific project to illustrate what we try to do when we talk about customers. I'm involved mostly in B2B, even if we have B2C also, sorry, even if we have also B2C businesses. But my point will be mostly on B2B, so sorry not to fit totally with what was expecting, at least during this session, but this is my bad habit, not necessarily to talk about what I was supposed to talk. Our mission is just to put on the market pest and weed solution to control this pest and weed solution, on non-crop activity. Basically, everything except agriculture, which is our mother company who is in charge of this part. Just a quick example, mosquito control in global malaria protection program. We have also, let's say, of the golf activity, the turf protection, the municipalities also. And we have also one part which is more linked to this consumer discussion today, which is what we can find in your garden center, like Bayer Garden. So for us, LCA is key because it might and it will support our company positioning. But LCA is just a tool, and a tool doesn't make a strategy. And today, this is what we face, because when we have to investigate internally, but also the other members on the chain, you have to think that this investigation is very tough, because we used to have a plant view. We are going to improve consumption at our plant. When it starts to have this product view, you just create a nightmare in your organization, because we don't know how to deal with that. And the other key point today is about return on investment. Who can tell me the price of a one product LCA? Yeah, this is it. And when you come to management, and especially in this period of time where you have to justify every euro you will invest, frankly, it's really tricky to go that direction. So this is why we said that instead of just collecting information to help us to provide environmental information to our product, let's try to use it and to build, thanks to Bleu Safran, which is in the room, another one aggregation methodology. But this one is not to be communicated externally. It's for our own people. It's impressive the numbers of educated people we have at Bayer, and how even for these people it's difficult to understand LCA. So what about the basic consumer? It might be also a challenge too. So we did this, and we are just in a way of finalizing this project. We are quite secured, and if you want more information about the project by itself, we have a poster, so we will be pleased with Bleu Safran to welcome you and to go more into detail. But today, and if it could be my take-home message, we understand this is important to do so, but from a company, a business perspective, we need to understand the value it will bring to the people who ask us such information. And today, it's just a one-way direction, a one-way message. If we're able to partner all together to create this value chain and not to impose something to the partner upstream or downstream, it will create a real change, because we need to ensure our management that this is a direction to follow. If I have €1 to invest, where should I put this euro? And today, it's not necessary on LCA. Thank you.
No, fantastic, and thanks for giving us that very realistic reminder of how it is in the business context and how we're shifting really from the demands from an silo-based management, facility-based management, through to supply chain management, and the need there for communication on all of these issues. Absolutely fundamental. One quick comment or question on Laurence. Very clear. We have one up the back there. The gentleman with his hand up for the microphone. You could frame your question very briefly, sir, and Laurent will reply.
Oui, je vais répondre aussi, rapide.
Oui, Excuse me for my French. Je suis de la société ACV, comme son nom l'indique. On fait des ACV, mais on partage parfaitement votre point de vue. On pense que l'ACV n'est pas la réponse unique. C'est pour ça qu'on a développé un logiciel qui s'appelle Système d'information pour l'éco-conception. Si je prends le cas, par exemple, du mobilier qui a été cité, si on prend le mobilier le plus simple, on regarde le nombre de références qui sont utilisées par un industriel pour fabriquer une table, le nombre de pièces dedans, le nombre d'opérations internes à l'usine. On voit que si on fait une ACV sérieuse, on ne sait pas combien ça peut coûter. Je partage parfaitement avec vous ce point de vue, mais cela ne veut pas dire que l'ACV est à exclure. C'est une partie de l'information.
Mais là,
il y a deux niveaux, m'excusez, il y a deux niveaux d'information. Il y a ce qu'on appelle les modules ACV qui sont utilisés pour l'extension des limites du système. En jargon, c'est par exemple les bases de données EcoEvent, pour ne pas citer que celles-là. Elles sont utilisées et ce sont des données très moyennes et très éloignées de l'entreprise. Et il y a les données internes à l'entreprise qui, si on veut faire une évaluation dans un processus de conception, elles sont assez complexes à avoir, même au sein de l'entreprise. Il y a beaucoup de données à gérer. Donc l'étiquetage environnemental, je ne sais pas où est-ce qu'il se positionne. Est-ce que c'est au mieux, à mon avis, il ne peut se positionner que par rapport à des données qui sont de plus en plus éloignées. Ça ne peut te donner qu'une idée très sommaire et, à mon avis, difficile pour différencier entre deux produits d'industriels différents. Ça, c'est une réalité quand on a déjà confronté. Mais je pense que l'ACV est une partie de la chaîne qu'il faut savoir à chaque niveau d'entreprise comment domestiquer, comment intégrer et comment surtout associer à d'autres informations pour les décisions. Donc je partage parfaitement votre point de vue et cela fait 10 ans que nous, on travaille dans ce sens. Merci.
Merci.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you for that statement.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you once again, Laurent, for being so flexible.